Hey everyone, welcome back to Talk Bella. I'm Bella,
And I'm Ryan.
and today we're going to talk about one of the smallest, but probably one of the busiest words in English.
It's only 3 letters.
But somehow it can mean so many different things.
You can get a message, you can get tired, you can get home, you can get coffee, you can get angry, and you can even say, I get it.
Exactly. And if you're learning English, you may have looked at all of those sentences and thought, wait a minute, why does get mean so many different things?
If you've ever felt that way, you're definitely not alone.
So today, we're going to slow everything down. No complicated grammar, no huge vocabulary list, just real English, the kind you can actually hear and use in everyday conversations.
Okay, Bella, let's start with the easiest meaning. What does get mean in a sentence like, I got an email?
Here, get means receive. You received an email.
Exactly. I got a message.
I got a phone call.
You got a gift for my birthday.
I got a letter from my friend.
So in these sentences, get is basically receive.
Right. And you might notice something interesting. Native speakers often use get in casual conversation instead of the word receive.
For example, if someone asks, did you receive my message? That's correct. But in everyday conversation, you'd probably hear, did you get my message?
Exactly. Did you get my email? Did you get my text? Did you get the invitation? Very natural.
Okay, but this is where get starts becoming interesting because get doesn't only mean receive.
Right. Get can also mean become. For example, I get tired after work.
That means I become tired. Maybe you're fine in the morning, you work all day, and later you get tired.
That means I become tired. Maybe you're fine in the morning, you work all day, and later you get tired.
Exactly. You can also say, I get hungry at night.
I get nervous before interviews.
I get angry when I'm hungry.
Ryan, that's actually very true.
I'm a completely different person when I'm hungry.
We can tell.
Okay, but notice the pattern. Get plus adjective can show a change. Get tired, get hungry, get nervous, get angry.
And here's a really useful example for English learners. I'm getting better at English.
I love that sentence because it means your English is improving. You're becoming better.
Exactly. Maybe you don't understand everything today. That's okay. But if you keep practicing, your English gets better.
And maybe one day you'll stop translating every sentence in your head.
That would be a beautiful day.
Definitely. Now, there's another everyday meaning of get that learners hear constantly.
Yes, get can also mean arrive.
For example, what time did you get home?
I got home around 8.
When did you get to work?
I got there at 9.
Notice how natural that sounds. In casual American English, people say get home all the time.
Exactly. So when someone asks, what time did you get home last night, they're not asking what you received, they're asking, what time did you arrive home?
And you might answer, I got home pretty late.
How late?
Around 11?
11? What were you doing?
I stopped for coffee.
Of course you did.
I needed coffee.
And there it is again, get. Because if you stopped at a coffee shop, you might say, I got a coffee.
And now get has another meaning.
Exactly. But let's not rush. Let's see how many different meanings of get we can naturally use in one normal conversation. And now that we've seen get meaning receive, become, and arrive, let's look at how Americans use get in everyday situations.
Because honestly, this is where get becomes really useful.
Let's go back to coffee. You said, I got a coffee.
Right. Here, get can mean buy or obtain.
Exactly. You could say, I bought some coffee. That's completely correct. But in everyday conversation, Americans very often say, I got some coffee.
I need to get some milk.
I'm going to get lunch.
I got a new phone.
I need to get a birthday gift for my sister.
So when you hear get in these situations, think buy, obtain, or get something for yourself.
And here's a really natural conversation.
Bella, I'm hungry.
You just ate.
That was 3 hours ago.
Okay, what do you want?
I am going to get a sandwich.
Can you get me one too?
Sure. What do you want?
I'll get a chicken sandwich.
See, we used get several times and it sounds completely natural.
Exactly. Now, here's another very common use. Sometimes get means bring or fetch something.
For example, can you get me a glass of water?
That means, can you go and bring me a glass of water?
Or can you get my phone?
meaning go get my phone and bring it to me.
Exactly. Imagine I'm sitting on the couch. My phone is on the table across the room. I say, Bella, can you get my phone?
And I say, sure. Then I walk over, pick up the phone, and bring it back.
Very simple. But get can also be used with people.
Right. For example, can you get Ryan?
That could mean, can you go and call Ryan or bring Ryan here? The exact meaning depends on the situation.
For example, imagine we're at work. Someone says, can you get the manager?
That usually means go find the manager and bring them here or contact them.
Exactly. So context is very important with get.
And that's one reason learners sometimes feel confused. They try to memorize one translation, but get doesn't have just one translation.
Instead of asking, what does get mean? Ask yourself, what is get doing in this sentence?
That's a much better question. Now let's look at another everyday expression. I get it.
This one is extremely useful. If someone explains something to you and suddenly you understand, you can say, I get it.
For example, Bella, you have to press this button first. Ryan, oh, I get it.
Exactly. Get here means understand.
And if you don't get it,
You can say, I don't get it.
which is very natural.
For example, I don't get this question. I don't get what he means. I don't get why she's angry.
That last one is really common. I don't get why you're upset.
And notice how conversational it sounds. You could say, I don't understand why you're upset. That's correct. But I don't get why you're upset sounds very natural in casual American English.
And here's something important for English learners. Don't be afraid to say, I don't get it.
Absolutely. If you're learning English and you don't understand something, don't need to pretend. Just say, sorry, I don't get it.
Can you explain that again?
Or, I'm not sure I get what you mean.
Those are useful real-life sentences.
And sometimes you hear get with words like in, out, on, and off.
Ah, now we're entering phrasal verb territory.
Don't panic. You've probably already heard these.
Get in the car.
Get out of the car.
Get on the bus.
Get off the train.
And these little words change the meaning.
Exactly. So if someone says, get in the car, they mean enter the car.
And get out means leave.
Very simple, but incredibly common.
And if you're taking a bus,
You get on the bus.
and when you leave,
You get off the bus.
so now we're starting to see something. Get isn't difficult because the word itself is complicated.
It's difficult because English uses it everywhere.
And once you start noticing it, you'll hear get constantly.
In conversations, at work, at home, while shopping, and even when you're talking to yourself.
Actually, I talk to myself in English all the time.
Really?
Yes, I wake up and say, I need to get up. Then I look at my phone and say, I've got to get ready.
And then?
I need to get some coffee.
Of course.
Coffee is part of my English learning system.
I'm not sure that's a real system.
It works for me.
Fair enough. But listen carefully to those sentences because get is becoming part of everyday English in a very natural way. So Ryan says, I need to get some coffee. And honestly, I think a lot of English learners can relate to that sentence.
Definitely. But there's another very common way we use get, especially when we're talking about changes.
Yes, we've already seen I get tired, I get nervous, I get angry. But when we talk about a change happening over time, we often use getting,
For example, it's getting cold.
meaning the weather is becoming colder.
My English is getting better.
That's a great sentence for anyone learning English.
My English is getting better every day.
Exactly, and you can use it for all kinds of changes. I'm getting tired,
She's getting nervous.
he's getting angry,
It's getting late.
things are getting easier.
And I'm getting used to speaking English.
Oh, that's a really useful one. Getting used to something means becoming comfortable with something that was unfamiliar before.
For example, I'm getting used to waking up early.
I'm getting used to speaking English at work.
I'm getting used to American English.
Exactly. And notice how natural get sounds here. Native speakers use this structure all the time.
Bella, can I ask you something?
Sure.
What's something you get nervous about?
Speaking in front of a huge audience.
Really? You?
Of course. I may sound confident here, but I get nervous before speaking in front of a big crowd.
What happens?
My hands get cold, my heart gets faster, and I start thinking too much.
That's actually a perfect example of get. Your physical or emotional state changes.
Exactly. My hands are normal, then they get cold. I'm calm, then I get nervous.
And after you start speaking,
I usually get comfortable after a few minutes.
there it is again, get comfortable.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about another extremely common expression, get ready.
Oh, yes, you hear this every single day.
Get ready.
Get ready for work.
I need to get ready.
Are you ready?
Almost. I'm getting ready.
And get ready means prepare yourself.
Exactly. If we're leaving the house, I might say, get ready. We're leaving in 10 minutes.
And you might hear, get ready for school, get ready for bed, get ready for the meeting, get ready for the weekend.
And here's a fun one. Get ready,
Why?
because I have a surprise.
Oh no, what kind of surprise?
You'll have to get ready and find out.
Ryan, that's not helpful.
Exactly.
There's another very common expression with get back.
This one has several uses. For example, I'll get back to you.
Very common at work. It means I'll contact you again later with an answer or information.
For example, let me check and I'll get back to you.
Or, I'm not sure. I'll get back to you tomorrow.
Very natural. And get back can also mean return.
Exactly. What time did you get back home?
I got back around midnight.
So context tells us what get back means.
And that's something learners should remember. Don't translate get word for word. Listen to the whole expression.
Yes, I get it. Get ready, get back, get home, get tired, get nervous.
The meaning comes from the words around get.
Exactly. And once you stop trying to find one perfect translation, get becomes much easier to understand.
Okay, Bella, let's do something quick. I'll give you a sentence and you tell me what get means.
Okay, go ahead.
You got an email from your boss.
Receive,
Good. I get tired after work.
become,
I got home at 8.
arrive,
I need to get some milk.
buy or obtain,
I don't get it.
understand,
Get ready, we're leaving.
prepare yourself.
Perfect. And that's the key. You don't need to memorize hundreds of definitions. You need to recognize get in real situations.
Exactly, because the more you hear it, the more natural it starts to feel. And soon, instead of stopping and thinking, what does get mean here? You'll simply understand it from the situation.
And that's when English starts feeling less like a textbook and more like real communication.
Exactly. That's what we're looking for. And now that get is starting to feel a little more familiar, let's use it in some situations you might actually experience every day.
Because knowing a definition is one thing, but using get naturally is another.
Exactly. Let's imagine it's Monday morning.
Oh no, Monday.
You wake up late, you look at the clock, and suddenly you realize, I need to get ready.
Then you get dressed, grab your bag, and get out of the house.
You get in your car, but there's traffic.
So you start to get nervous.
Then you get a message from your boss.
Oh, that's never a good sign.
The message says, are you getting to work soon?
And you reply, yes, I'll get there in about 10 minutes.
Look at that. Get ready, get out, get in, get nervous, get a message, get there.
So many meanings and all in one normal morning.
Now let's talk about another useful expression, get along.
If you get along with someone, it means you have a good relationship with them.
For example, I get along really well with my coworkers.
Or we don't always get along.
You can also ask, do you get along with your neighbors?
Very natural. And here's another one, get back.
We can use it when we return somewhere. I got back home at 10.
Or when we return to something, let's get back to work.
And at work, you might hear, let's get back to the meeting.
Exactly.
Now, here's another phrase native speakers use constantly, get started.
It means begin. Okay, everyone, let's get started.
Or, I need to get started on my homework,
And once you start, you might want to get it done.
meaning finish it. I have a lot of work, but I'll get it done.
Very natural, everyday English.
Okay, Ryan, quick challenge. What does get mean here?
I need to get ready for work.
Prepare.
Do you get along with your brother?
Have a good relationship.
Let's get started.
Begin.
I'll get it done tonight.
Finish it.
Perfect. Now let's put a few together naturally. What are you doing after this recording?
I'm going to get some groceries, then get home, get changed, and get started on dinner.
And I'm going to get some coffee, then get back to work.
You really do use get for everything.
I told you, get is my favorite English verb.
And that's exactly why English learners hear it everywhere. But remember, don't try to understand get by itself,
Listen to the whole expression.
because the words around get often tell you the real meaning.
And once you start noticing those expressions, get becomes much easier to understand.
And now we've seen get in so many everyday situations. But there's one more thing I want you to notice.
Sometimes get means understand.
Yes, you've probably heard someone say, I get it.
That means I understand.
For example, oh, I get it now,
Or I don't get it.
which means I don't understand.
And that's something you'll hear constantly in real conversations.
You can even say, I get what you mean.
Meaning, I understand what you're trying to say.
So imagine we're having a conversation.
I tell you, I don't think we should go out tonight. It's raining, we're tired, and we have work tomorrow.
And I say, yeah, I get what you mean.
Exactly. Simple, natural, real English.
There's another expression you'll hear all the time. Get back to me.
This means contact me again later.
For example, let me check my schedule and I'll get back to you.
Or, can you get back to me by Friday?
Very common at work, but you'll also hear it in everyday conversations.
And here's another useful one. Get over it.
This means stop being upset about something and move on.
For example, I know you're disappointed, but you'll get over it.
Although, be careful with this one.
Yes, get over it can sound a little direct or insensitive depending on the situation.
Exactly. So listen to the tone. That's an important part of natural English.
Okay, Bella, we've learned a lot of get today. Let's see if our listeners remember some of them.
Ready?
I got an email.
Receive.
I get tired after work.
Become.
I got home at 9.
Arrive.
I need to get some milk.
Buy or obtain.
I don't get it.
Understand.
Let's get started.
Begin.
Let's get back to work.
Return to work.
Do you get along with your coworkers?
Have a good relationship.
Perfect.
So, here's the biggest lesson from today's episode. Don't think of get as having only one meaning.
Get can mean receive, become, arrive, buy, understand, prepare, return, and much more.
But don't try to memorize every meaning today. Instead, listen for get in real conversations.
Movies, podcasts, YouTube videos, conversations with friends.
And every day, try making just 3 sentences with get. For example, I get tired in the evening. I need to get some coffee. I'm getting better at English.
3 sentences. Every day. That's enough to start.
And remember, you don't have to speak perfect English to communicate. You just have to keep speaking.
Keep listening, keep practicing, and don't be afraid to say, I don't get it.
Because every time you ask, every time you practice, and every time you speak, you're getting better.
And that's what matters.
If this lesson helped you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Talk Bella, and share this episode with someone who's learning English.
And in the comments, write one sentence using get.
We'll see you in the next lesson.
Keep speaking, keep practicing, and keep getting better. Bye.